Hello, everyone. My name is Cathy with Courage to Caregivers. Today, our theme is empowerment. Grow through what you go through. And this is a little recap of the topics that we have learned over the last month. We've had a wonderful month exploring these topics of recommit, don't quit, tapping into our creativity, holding space for myself, and having healthy boundaries. And we know that all of these topics promote personal growth as well as build our resilience and strength. When we recommit or press the reset button on our intentions, we can reset, restart, and refocus the goals as many times as we need to. We find ways to invite a little self care into our lives by starting small and then building in more time as we go. We find ways to find fulfillment in the things that bring us joy, and we set goals that are realistic and achievable. There is power in choosing not to quit and in looking at ourselves and holding ourselves with compassion. Tapping into creativity gives us an outlet for our stress and a distraction from the things that bring us down. We can challenge ourselves to try activities that are new and interesting, recognizing that there are hidden talents within each and every one of us, just waiting to be discovered. We learn to be open to moving our creative side from the back burner to front and center, as creativity helps us expend our energy in a healthy way that makes us feel good. When we hold space for ourselves, we treat ourselves with kindness, care, and compassion, allowing us to check in and self regulate in the present moment. Having a mindfulness practice that includes breathing, meditation, movement, and rest invites us to look at ourselves without judgment or criticism as we enjoy a daily dose of self care in whatever form that looks like. We learn to honor and accept ourselves just as we are in every possible way. Having healthy boundaries allows us to set parameters which must be respected by others. There is no need to say yes all the time, and saying no is in itself self-care. We learn to listen and trust our inner voice and practice self-awareness, and in the process, regain control over our lives. All of these topics have been opportunities for growth, and every experience, whether it be good or bad, helps us grow strong and thrive as we empower ourselves with the tools to live our best life. So that's just a little bit of what we covered in the last month, a little summary there. We'll go ahead and get started with a little bit of breathing and meditation if you like. I invite you to find a nice tall spine in your seat there, moving back so that your back is right on the back of the chair there. Placing your hands on your knees or on your thighs, and then finding your feet firmly and flatly on the ground. Perhaps taking a moment to roll the shoulders up to the ears and then let them soften back down again. And then just consciously and intentionally let the body begin to relax. Good. We're going to just engage the breath, breathing in and breathing out. And you may choose to close the eyes or leave the eyes cast down gently in front of you, whatever feels most supportive for your body. Good. Just notice the breath as it comes and goes in and out of the nose in the rhythm that is yours and yours alone. Good. Beautiful. And then just notice to begin any thought, notice any thoughts that try to come in. Just notice them without judgment, and then just feel free to let them go like a little flower losing its petals and blowing through the air on a summery day. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Just feeling really grounded and firm in your foundation, with your feet on the floor and your seat on the chair. Good. So, to start with today, we're going to begin a little alternate nostril breathing, which we have done before. Alternate nostril breathing links and joins the right and left hemispheres of the brain, which in itself creates expansion in our neural pathways. So, opens up the channels for creativity, opens up all possibilities. And so, it's a very good breathing technique to do whenever you're stressed or whenever you want to learn to refocus, restart, and renew. And so, what we're going to do is take a hand and place it in front of you. Fold in your peace fingers, so the middle finger and the index finger, so that we're working with the ring finger and the thumb. The pinky finger just hangs out for fun here. So we're going to begin, first of all, by just breathing through each nostril individually. So placing the ring finger on your left nostril, just begin to breathe in and out of the right. Inhaling and exhaling from the right nostril. Good. And then we're going to take the thumb and place it on that right nostril and open up the left nostril. So let's begin to take a few breaths in and out of the left side. And as you do this, you may notice that there's a difference on either side. For example, my breath was flowing freely in and out of that right nostril. It's a little more difficult out of the left. That's probably because I'm more of a right-brained person. So maybe coincidental, or it just may be that that's the truth. So just alternating your ring finger and your thumb here to allow yourself to breathe through just one nostril. And this is something different because we don't generally breathe through just one nostril unless you have a cold. So just experience what that feels like. Do that a couple of times, a couple of rounds of breath, okay? Good. And as that feels complete, we're going to take that hand again, fold in the peace fingers, bring that ring finger to the left nostril, and breathe in through the right. The right nostril is open. So breathing in, exhaling out. Let's take the thumb and close the right nostril, opening the left, breathing in and breathing out. Good. Closing the left nostril, breathing in, breathing out. Close right. Inhale left. Close left. Exhale right. So that is one round of alternate nostril breathing. We're going to try this again together for several rounds. And then I'm going to invite you to do this on your own. And don't be intimidated by it. It's nothing to fear. It does create a little more focus, and so it requires some concentration. And that's okay. You know, when we challenge ourselves a little bit, that's when we do open these channels for exploration. So bringing the hand in front of us again, folding in the peace fingers, closing off that left nostril with the ring finger, breathing in right. Exhaling right. Closing right. Inhaling left. Closing left. Exhaling right. Good. That's another round. Let's do one more round together. Closing off that left nostril. Inhaling right. Exhaling right. Closing right. Inhaling left. Closing left. Exhaling right. Good. You have the idea. I invite you to try this a little bit on your own to the pace of your own breath. So you don't have to go too fast. Just take your time and just remember to breathe into this and let the calmness of this breathing practice wash over you. So I'll give you some time where I'm not talking to do this. Good. Beautiful, everyone. Now I invite you to return to the rhythm of your own breath, just breathing as you normally would, breathing in, breathing out. And now we're going to begin the rectangle breathing, which we've been working on this month. It is the 5 count on the inhale, 3 count on the pause, 5 count on the exhale, 3 count on the pause. So in your mind's eye, you can draw a rectangle with the 4 sides. And I will demonstrate this for you, then we'll try it together. So we take a nice big inhale to the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3. And that's one round of breath. So you have completed your rectangle. Let's go ahead and do it again together, and then you can do it on your own. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. 2, 3. Good. Go ahead and try that on your own. You can do it again to your own pace. And as you do, I'll be reading our affirmations for today's practice. I am strong. I have everything I need in this moment. I am learning to rest instead of quit. I am worth the effort. I have the courage to begin again. Good. So just continue on for a few more rounds of the 5-3-5-3 breathing. And with each breath, just feel your body surrendering, relaxing, and calming all together. Beautiful, everybody. Good. I invite you to gently blink open the eyes if they were closed. And we're going to begin a little mindful movement today. So I'm going to invite you to come up out of your chair. And we're going to find mountain pose. Good. So standing nice and tall, all 4 corners of the feet rooted to the ground. That means the toe side, the heel side, the outer edge of the foot, the inner edge of the foot. So really grounding down into your feet. Standing nice and tall with the shoulders back, arms down at your sides, palms facing forward. Good. Make sure your ears are over the shoulders so that your head is in line there. And then just find a little lift through the crown of the head. Nice, tall mountain. And just breathe in, breathe out as you're standing in mountain, feeling your empowerment, feeling your strength, feeling your resilience. Mountains do get weathered, but they still remain standing, and so do you. Good. Let's inhale, drawing the arms up overhead as we press the palms together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's pray here in mountain pose. Breathing in, breathing out. And once again, finding your strength, finding your mountain, finding your tall mountain within yourself. Good. Beautiful. Release the hands, bring them back down to your sides. Now we're going to find a balance pose, tree pose. So if you have a chair nearby, I invite you to find that now. You can stand to the side of your chair and place one hand there. Or if you're feeling particularly frisky today, you can go ahead and try it without the chair, but the chair is there if you need it. So grounding down into both feet. Imagine that you could grow roots through the bottom of your feet into the floor and all the way down, maybe into your basement. Just like a tree grows roots in the forest, we too have our roots in our foundation. Good. So I invite you to find that groundedness in your feet right now. Good. And then placing your hand on the chair and the inner leg. So the leg that's closest to the chair is going to be the stability here. That's what you're going to be balancing on. So you want that leg nice and sturdy and strong. The leg that's on the outside, you're going to draw that heel into the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh. And so that means placing your foot in any one of those areas and then pressing the knee out slightly to the side, drawing all of your energy up through the midline of the body as you find your tree pose. And you may place your hand on your hip. You can bring the arm up overhead. You could wave your branches in the air. There's a little bit of a breeze outside today, so at least where I am, so maybe my leaves are just moving in that breeze. Good. And just finding your strength in your tree pose here. Breathing in, breathing out. Strong. And trees are strong together. Their root systems tend to connect. So just like the trees, we need each other. Beautiful. And then sliding that foot down your standing leg. Shake your feet out just a little bit. And then we'll move the chair to the other side and try that with the opposite leg. Good. Beautiful, everybody. So standing on the other side of your chair, rooting down into both feet, feeling your strength. And then taking the heel to the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh. And finding a place to land here, turning out the knee, bringing that opposite arm up overhead, breathing here, tree pose. And then letting your branches do whatever you feel called to do. Good. Beautiful. Excellent. Letting that foot slide down the leg, shaking the feet out once again. And then we're going to come back to the chair. So sitting down once again in the chair here. We'll begin a couple of seated twists. So finding that nice tall spine again, back against the back of the chair. Taking the right hand to the left knee, drawing energy up through the midline of the body, and then twisting to the left side, peeking out over the left shoulder. breathing here. Good. Coming back to center, and we take the left hand to the right knee, finding that energy through the midline. Inhaling here as we exhale, twisting to the right. Good. Coming back to center here. Let's begin to move the neck and shoulders. So moving the ears up to the shoulders and then just letting them come back down again. Maybe moving the head a little bit from side to side. And just attempting to ease some tension in the neck. Let's take the hands to the shoulders and start a little gentle massage. Beautiful. Really getting into those tight areas. Nice. And then a little bit of hand yoga here. When we warm up the hands, we get dexterity in the fingers. And sometimes we really need that. We're using our hands for a lot of things these days, especially typing, working on devices. And so we need to kind of rejuvenate the blood flow there. So we're just going to take opposite hands to opposite shoulders. Give yourself a great big hug. Nice. And then shake out the hands, shake out the fingers. And then make fists and release, letting the fingers fly. So fists and release. Make fists and release. And just keep doing this a few times. Good. Beautiful. Okay, then we're going to link all the fingers. So pinkies come together, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, and thumbs. And we're just going to begin to open and close. Just do this movement with the breath, inhaling as you expand, exhaling as the hands come together to touch. Very easy, not forcing. Good. And then bringing one hand out in front of you, take the thumb to the pinky and think of the word calm. Then release. Take the thumb to the ring finger and think of the word creative. And release. Take the thumb to the middle finger, think of the word strong. And release. Take the thumb to the index finger, think of the word empowered. Release. And then come back to the pinky finger with the thumb, confident. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. So thumb comes to each finger, starting with the pinky. Calm, creative, strong, empowered, confident. Good. Let's take the hands and pull the fingers back. So one at a time, just pulling the fingers back towards you. Stretches the forearm and the wrist. Good. And now let's do the wave. So placing the palms together and just letting your hands go in front of you, side to side, just like a wave. Good. Try to do the figure eight here. So tracing a figure eight with your hands. And then maybe taking that figure eight in the opposite direction. That's a little bit of a brain challenge here. Good. Beautiful. And then finally, letting the hands come back to your lap. Taking a couple breaths here. Good. Well, thank you for doing a little movement with me. Let's get ready for our final rest. Good. I'm going to do a little progressive muscle relaxation today. And so I invite you to get very comfortable in your space there. If you're sitting in your chair, make sure that you're nice and cozy, that you have a blanket if you need it. If you're lying down on the floor, maybe a pillow for underneath your head and a blanket. Perhaps you want to turn your lights down a little lower and maybe find some aromatherapy like a candle or some lotion, essential oils, anything you might have. Good. And so just settling your body into your space, I invite you to close the eyes once again and start to connect with the breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Settling your body in, settling your body down. And we'll begin a little progressive muscle relaxation. I'll be calling your attention to a particular part of the body, and I'll have you contract your muscles there. We'll count a little bit, and then we'll let that tension go, and then you'll just relax that muscle until the whole body is completely relaxed. So starting with the top of the head, I invite you to scrunch all the muscles in your forehead up. So lift the eyebrows and scrunch all those muscles up to the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, bringing your eyebrows down, softening those muscles in the forehead. Good. And then squeezing your eyes shut. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Good. Nice and relaxed there. And next, clench your jaw for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. All the muscles in your face are now soft, calm, and relaxed. Let's move your awareness down into both shoulders. Tighten your shoulders for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Find ease in the shoulders. Let it all go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And then finding some tension in the forearms. So you're going to squeeze your hands into fists and just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, releasing all the tension there. So from the hands to the shoulders, both arms are completely relaxed. Beautiful. Let's move down to the hips and the pelvis. So bringing your awareness there, just contract your stomach muscles. So contracting the muscles right there at the pelvis. Contract for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let it all go. Good. And then tightening the muscles in your thighs for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Let it all go. Beautiful. And then tightening the muscles in your feet by curling your toes towards you. So just making a tight little ball with your toes and your feet for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. So releasing both feet so that from the feet all the way up to the pelvis, both legs are completely relaxed. Beautiful. Good. And then the back body. Let's begin to tighten up all the muscles. So squeezing the buttocks together, tightening the backs of the thighs for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Releasing all the energy there. Good. And then right by the shoulder blades, underneath the shoulder blades, begin to snuggle them, roll them underneath you. Just roll them back till you really feel them on the floor and just hold that tension for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Your whole back body is relaxed. Good. And now for the front body. Just take a moment to squeeze those muscles at the front of your chest, your collarbones, the upper belly. Hold that for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Your whole front body is now completely relaxed. Your whole body is relaxed. Rest now in this knowing. Just simply rest. Very gently and with great care, begin to bring your awareness back to the body, starting to move in little ways, wiggling fingers and toes, maybe rocking your head a little bit from side to side, whatever movement you need to come back to the present moment. Deepening the breath, taking a longer, more complete inhale and a deeper, fuller exhale. Good. And as you are awakening, I'm going to go ahead and read a few quotations for this practice today. This is from Oprah Winfrey. She says, "This is your moment. Own it." And from Arthur Ashe, "Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can." And then finally from Brené Brown, "Owning our own story can be hard. but not nearly as difficult as spending our lives running from it. Such good advice. Okay, so as you are awakening, take your time to roll to one side. And then whenever you're ready, press yourself back to seated and meet me with hands to the heart, keeping your gaze soft or your eyes closed. And just letting your breath move your hands away from your heart and back to the heart. Feeling your resilience and your strength and your empowerment in this moment. Let's release the hands, bringing them up overhead, and then bringing the hands back down to the heart as we share our mutual admiration and respect for one another every time we meet, when we say together, Namaste. Thank you all and have a great week.